We didn't
Oh, y'all didn't
because
do
he
it.
couldn't remember his password.
I couldn't remember.
Well, the good thing is we can download, send it to you.
And
Please,
chop
and
it
we're gonna
up.
post on our page.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We can chop it up and y'all can edit it.
You can edit it however you want to. All right, we're live back. Sorry, we apologize.
We apologize for breaking the internet.
Come back.
And hopefully everybody comes back. If you're back on with us and you're in the chat, let us know if you can say something, get back in the chat. Because we had a
moment.
Yeah, we had a moment. Good group going. Good group in here listening.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good question, though.
I'm here.
Oh, girl, I thought is that my phone?
That is
That's
my
your
phone.
phone. Oh, because my phone looked
It's
like
the
that
same one?
too.
It's the
So I was
same
like,
one?
is that one of my kids?
What is your phone?
In my purse.
Oh, good job.
I'm on silent, but I wouldn't even looked at it if you hadn't said
Look,
that.
I looked at it because I know my kids.
We back in.
Yeah, we are back up.
All right.
They can see us again. So, all right.
So
Oh,
Sorry, y'all. We apologize.
we apologize for that.
I don't know. I was trying to get y'all chats up, and I think I just hit the wrong thing, and it would take the logo back off, which is crazy. But all right, everybody, they say they back in.
All right,
Jump
cool.
back in. We can go back to you.
Oh, go back to me. All right.
But you were saying something which made me realize in that moment kind of why I was like that. When you was talking about just the trauma of previous relationships. What I realized in those relationships that I didn't have a say. I didn't realize that until you just said that just now. Like literally,
finally you were like, no.
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, okay.
When you kind of allowed me to kind of be, and I never was allowed to just
Be.
no, I don't want to, or so getting with you was totally different from what I was used to. So even now, like part of where we are today, one thing that he does do, like we have like tub time where we like our daughter, our 13-year-old, she can't stand it because she be like, are y'all going to take a bath? Because that's
You're
our
gonna be in there 2 hours.
Y'all be in there 2 hours, but we literally be in the tub, we run the bath, we run the bubbles, and we sit and we talk. And what he does while we talking, y'all, he takes the soap and he massages my feet, my legs. So it's literally like after he does that,
Hey,
What? Cool.
I heard it.
I got it. Let her finish, huh? Let her finish. Huh? Go ahead.
But literally, like,
what else he do?
oh,
That's stupid.
Come on with the feet.
but it preps me in a way, and him, because what I realize is that, like, and we both realize, like, once all that is done, we don't even feel like we need to physically do it. We feel fulfilled in the intimacy that was just had.
Right.
So it doesn't always have to be physical for the man or for the woman to be fulfilled.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the misconception that intimacy is sex.
Right.
And that's not what it is.
Not
Sex
what
is sex, intimacy is
It's intimacy.
those
Yeah.
are two different things. The feet.
First of all,
First of all,
my feet have been toe up.
There's nothing
over
wrong
these
with
last
her
few
feet.
years.
Right.
I've always had a feet issue.
Oh, you just got.
So even the fact that I massage her feet the times I do, it's like
hey, I did it. Congratulate me.
So I mean,
I'm over the hill.
I'm over the hill.
Yeah.
It's baby steps, and that's like we asked y'all been to one of our. Y'all jumped in on one of the forums. We had a couple forums.
Which
y'all don't know. We have
love.
couples forums. We get together with a group of married couples,
So
singles,
dope.
whatever.
So
And we send questions in, and you should do this with your friends.
Yeah.
We send questions in anonymously. I can say it, and we just pull.
Yeah.
And everybody, each couple individually, or it's either a male only couple question or women only question or anybody question.
Yeah.
And we answer these questions. They jumped in on one of them, and we trying to do that to try to help other couples.
Right.
Like everybody's going through something. So be it with that.
Mm.
One of my things was the no thing. that you talked about.
Yeah.
That's a no in our house. Nobody says no. We don't say no, but we'll have a conversation about what it is.
Yeah.
And learn these things. Like y'all have to have conversations about things that matter.
Right.
Like no matter. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we decided to be together, me and you, we're two sexual people. There should be no reason unless somebody is sick to the point of incapacitation.
And that don't matter.
That we should be saying no.
I know.
And it's not even, and don't get this wrong. Don't think that when it's asked for, it has to happen.
Yes.
Because you can't say no. That's not what's being said. What's being said is you should not turn your mate down. And if you are unable at that time, you need to be able to say why you're unable so that they can have an understanding that you're not rejecting them.
Communication, rejection.
But it's just right now, I don't feel well, or I'm very tired. I had a long day. Explain. Don't just reject your partner because
it
the problems
builds
come up.
resentment.
That's true.
Yes.
And over
Because you
time, that
totally know.
becomes what you are
Yes.
to your spouse.
Yeah.
Like you anticipate the no.
Yeah.
I used to anticipate the no.
Right. And that's
That
a hurting
sucks.
feelings.
It does.
It
sucks.
hurts. Women think we don't care.
We
We're
do.
emotional. It hurts.
Especially at home.
At home.
I feel like I'm single.
You're
I'm
right.
out at the club. I have a better chance at the club.
And,
Unfortunately, you're right.
that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
And we got two questions.
Yeah.
So one came through text.
All right.
So we're gonna do the
Sure.
text. They wanted to make sure we didn't miss this.
I like that.
All right. The question is, what if one of you wants to reset, reconnect, but the other is in full go mode? Like, sometimes you have to take a step back.
Mhm.
We have to refresh us and reconnect. Like, let's start over.
Yeah.
Let's date. Let's
Yeah.
rebuild this connection because we've gotten off track somewhere,
Yeah.
All right.
which happens.
Yes.
What do you do as the spouse who's trying to reconnect with the one who's in go mode?
Bruh.
You can explain that one.
Thank you, whoever sent in the text, first of all, because I went through this firsthand.
Yeah.
Like, my husband is ADHD. Like,
Yeah.
I love him. I love him. He has come a long way.
I have.
So literally, it's like, y'all know he's in entertainment and he does graphic design and he does so many other things
Right,
that
his
people
job.
don't even know about. So, and he loves to do these things and handle family and wife and can do it so well, but it
That's
becomes a
the left side of
disconnect
the
sometimes. Like in his eyes, I'm handling
it all.
like I'm killing it
Right.
on all scales, and I'm over here like,
Nah, player.
you're not.
No, you're not.
Nah. So literally, like, to slow him down, because it was always phone in the hand, scrolling, or phone on the ear, somebody calling, I gotta take this call, this. And I'm like, where I gotta find me. So I would literally start doing simple things. Like, we would go to a restaurant. When we would go to the restaurant, I had to have a booth. I had to have an area that didn't face the television. And this is me scoping it out.
Yeah.
I allowed him to keep his phone, but he had to turn it over.
Okay.
And it would be certain, because it's baby steps, like Corey said.
Yeah.
I didn't rush in to tell him, like,
Cut it
strip
all off.
the way. So literally turn it over, and it would be times, okay, if the food is coming out, we bless the food. I'm giving you time to look, check it or whatever, and then turn it back over. So it was baby steps. Now, to really reconnect, what we do, or what I do, is I literally have to take him out of his normal environment. Yes. So, and that means, like, literally take him out of Baton Rouge. Sometimes you just have to do it.
I love it. And y'all pop up and y'all just be anywhere.
Yes.
And all I see is trees.
Yes.
Howard out on the yoga mat. I'm like, this is
Yes.
what's up. Like, we just did that this weekend. Like, why y'all two deuces?
And nobody knew, and everybody was offended.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Kids and all. But that's literally what you have to do, because sometimes, like, that can distract and interfere. And when we go in that space, we literally, like, you don't have no choice but to reconnect.
Right.
Like, and we make it a point to put everything down. Like, we both agree
So,
we
like,
don't put everything down.
the only thing we answer is if it's emergency.
Yeah.
Other than that, it can get handled when we
I
get
didn't
home.
get that far because I had a friend that called. Well, that was an emergency.
That was
But
emergency.
She was almost going to jail, so I had that.
Oh, yeah, that's an
That
emergency.
was an
Yeah.
emergency. But you know, my mama, my daddy's son. That's
Mhm.
you gonna call him my daddy's son. He was my son, but he think he my daddy. My daddy's son. He was just offended. This one,
He
On the back patio?
He swear.
y'all didn't tell me y'all was going nowhere, and I'm like,
No.
Why do we have to?
Yeah.
Right. Both of you are over the age of 18.
Absolutely.
and my mother is
You got a
very
key
much
and
over
a
the age.
The 13-year-old be like our 13-year-old, she's gone. Like the day
She have an escape plan.
she has an escape plan. The day school ended, she's been gone. We haven't seen her since school ended.
Wow.
And she's gone. And we may not see her till school
Till
is about to start unless we go and get her.
Go and get her. I try not to let her do that, but she creates an
She do.
escape route some kind of way. She's like the Underground Railroad around here.
I understand.
So-
with her own rides. We don't even take her.
Yeah, we don't have to
Nowhere.
take her.
Oh, she
nothing.
got
She
She
has
called
to
her
and
ride.
set up her
She's
rides. I'm like, how you
scheduled
think?
ride.
Because you know, we think we getting one over when we say, well, how you think you gonna get there?
She's
Oh,
like,
my
"I'm
God.
sorry,
They
And
Daddy."
I'm like-
outside.
Boom.
They outside.
We have a shuttle outside waiting to pick us up.
So, but yeah, they literally
Oh,
were
really?
offended that.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
But no, like you were
They
just
were
talking about
offended, though.
offended that you left.
That we didn't tell them, or
Way
nobody
out.
knew. Like my mama, I just left church with you and you ain't said a word. You ain't say you was going nowhere. And I'm like,
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
and you have
Grown
to be okay with that because we even disconnect from family,
Right.
like, and you have to
Because
because
there's so many other people and things pull on y'all
yes,
connection. This
Yes.
is us.
yeah,
And we can't let all those outside forces and entities pull away from us to where we lose that connection.
Yeah.
Got to follow up to that same text.
Mhm.
They were like more so meaning after a time of separation. So say you've been separated,
And you're trying to
rekindle. And it's the same thing. And those answers or questions are still the same. You have to slow down.
Mhm.
You have to, like they say, slow down and smell the flowers. And you have to be intentional about it. Like we have to schedule it. We have to schedule. We're going to sit outside
Yes.
on a patio,
Yes.
drink wine,
And chill.
talk,
Yeah.
chill. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. This is the purpose.
Yeah.
And those are the things you have to do because that's the only way it's going to work.
Yeah.
Because you're 1,000 places. She'll get up and she'll leave here at 8 for work, and she'll get back in at 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So you know what I have to do sometimes? I have to get up and just go sit
Listen,
at
Yes.
where she is
Yes.
at work.
that's what she
Yes.
does.
Like
Yeah.
you just have to, because that's
yeah.
you have to find time, and it
And
doesn't
people think
work
that's
for
strange,
everybody the same.
That is not strange.
people think that's strange. They be like, he got to come sit up here with you.
No,
And
I
I'm
don't
like,
have to do anything.
No,
I want
like that's me and Howard. Me and Howard are like BFFs. We're
Right.
together all the time,
I know.
everywhere.
And that's
Yes,
how it should be.
Yeah, if I
Yes.
sold drugs, we sold drugs.
Yes.
Right.
yes.
Like that's how close we are.
And that's how
Like,
you
yeah.
have, and that's how you have to do it, because otherwise it doesn't work. And I just don't understand people who, like, every time I know married couples, every time I see them, they're not together.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know a couple that's
Yeah.
like that.
Like how? Like
Yeah.
I still don't
when do
understand the
y'all
whole
function?
thing about like we still get to think about like how can y'all be together all the time.
Yes.
I
Like
like
that
it.
We
drives
like
me
each other.
I was like, I
Yes.
actually like this girl.
Like,
Right.
and my thing is, I am happy over here in this space. So if
Right.
I'm happy, I prefer to be where I'm happy
Yeah.
at.
and
And I'm like happy. I can separate from them, but I choose
I choose not
to.
But the crazy thing about that, if y'all weren't together all the time, somebody's gonna say,
Yeah, what's going
Oh, so
on?
what's wrong with y'all?
What's wrong with y'all?
Well, I guess it's
So you
trouble in
can't win.
paradise.
Yeah.
Like that's
you can't
another one of them.
win. That's why I be like,
Don't care about what people saying because you don't win.
Yes.
for that person still, because it's serious when you separate
Mhm.
and then try to get back together, and then one person is like, well, we back together now, so we can just go on.
Continue.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
don't
how
pick
it
up
works.
where you
Press
left
the
off.
continue
Yeah,
button.
that ain't that. You have. It's a rebuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is literally a rebuilding. So somehow the other person is going to have to understand this is like, it's not day one we're starting over.
Mm.
It's not. It's almost like day one we just met.
Yeah.
And
I agree with
so
Yes.
all the work it took you to get me from the beginning, the work is starting over again.
Yes.
I think that work starts over every 2 or 3 years.
It
Yeah. I was
probably
just about
does.
to say
Or
because
maybe annually in some cases.
we've had that conversation
Yeah.
about just like changed because I told him before, like, I'm not the person that I was this time last year, and you
Right.
shouldn't expect me to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if we are going through transitions, and there's several things that can make you go through a transition. A child graduating, a child having a child, losing a sibling, like
Yeah.
a
All
parent.
emotional.
So
things.
like that can change people, and just the person who's saying, the separation, just know when you're trying to come back together or coming back together, you're not the same person.
Right. So you have to learn each other.
Yes.
So
We learn.
somebody may be emotionally immature
Absolutely.
in that
And
situation.
you need some serious
And
prayer.
you need
'Cause
some
you have to have
understanding.
some kind of structure, faith-based,
Mhm.
hopefully,
So
or something to keep the two of you grounded.
counseling.
Counseling,
Yes.
something.
Oh,
We're a big advocate of
for
counseling.
Absolutely.
We've been to counseling, and we won't tell
I am a
anybody
big
that we had, and every now and
Actually,
then
we like to tell people we have because it's a stigma
it's a stigma.
on black folk.
And I randomly, she don't know, but I randomly video chat with the lady we went to counsel with and be like, hey, we good. I just want to let you know.
We do the same
do the
thing.
same
We
thing,
call
bro.
it management.
Yeah.
And it's
Pit
maintenance.
stop.
That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Yes,
Pit
it's
stop.
maintenance.
But
So
it's if that's the case, unfortunately,
Mhm.
because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Ain't no wrong thing.
I know.
it's the truth.
Because guess what? The truth eventually comes out regardless. So
Yeah.
there is no wrong things.
Yeah.
Trying to be politically correct. Ain't no way.
Yeah,
Just say
If you are with someone and you all are together, married or in a committed relationship or whatever the case may be,
Mhm.
and you all separated and now you have come back together and that person cannot understand, hey, we need time to heal, to reconnect, then to kind of seal that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to heal
Right.
first.
Yeah.
Whatever the separation was about. Just because
Right.
you got back together don't
Something
mean
caused it.
it
Yeah.
healed.
Yeah.
We just decided we're gonna fix it.
And have you
Don't
talked
mean
about
it's healed.
Right.
So we need to heal. We need to recommit and rekindle and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And then we need to seal all that together. And if that person can't understand that, even after you've explained it,
Mhm.
or maybe after some counseling or whatever, pink slips
This
and
is
walking papers. Is
this
that
is
thing?
a way. This direction is a way.
Yeah,
It's a
you
way.
can walk.
Yeah.
Because your mental, spiritual,
You grew.
and physical health is different. You've grown.
Mhm.
And that's the most important thing, regardless. It's
Right.
you. You know what I'm saying? It's God, you, wife, then so on and so forth. So if you're not right, you can't be right for that person anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've already shown you they're not ready to be right for you, because what we said earlier, the best way to show somebody that you
heard them.
heard
Change
them
behavior.
is change behavior. And if
Absolutely.
the behavior don't change, you show them and you don't kill nothing to change or fix what you already know is wrong or broken. So what are we here for?
So
Because the sex was good?
I would just simply say, and some people stay for that.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people stay.
Some
for
people
that.
stay for less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, they
And
do.
It's unfortunate.
Keep it disclaimer, we're not
We're not
advocating for breakups.
divorces
No,
and
we're not.
divorces.
Divorces.
Definitely.
But
I'm advocating for mental health.
For mental
Yes.
health.
Yeah.
You have to have some peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta have
This-
some peace, because if you
your
don't fix
home-
it,
Your
It's gonna
home
keep
should
going.
it's gonna come back up and it's gonna be
Your home-
worse.
Your home and your marriage should be the one place in life that you know you can always go to have
And
peace.
breathe.
And
Yeah.
breathe. Let your hair down, take your shoes off,
Tell me
sit in your
everything.
boxer,
Be yourself.
braless, and be yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you can't do that at home, then
Then what is happening?
what is the
Yeah.
problem?
I agree with that.
The next question, because y'all know how we get. We
Off the rails.
off the
Roll.
rails,
All
we
right,
roll. So should someone indulge in a partner's fantasy, even if it's cringing to them?
I think it needs to be discussed.
Yeah.
And why is it cringing
Yeah,
to
we
you?
need to have a conversation about
Yes.
what is it that you're asking me to do
Yeah.
That's making
that's
me
making me
you
feel
feel-
uncomfortable. And that's another thing about not having open conversation, because
Yeah.
you may be in the bondage,
Right.
but she's gone through some traumatic or vice versa.
Right.
Yeah.
And asking for that and experiencing in that triggers you.
Right.
Yep.
So we need to have that
We need to have that
conversation.
conversation.
And if it's not something traumatic,
Mhm.
you're just saying ew because it's not something you're into.
Are you done?
Or done or comfortable
I
with.
even tried. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you don't
Tried.
know.
You don't know till you try.
I can honestly say I believe like your sexual I don't want to say okayness.
Go ahead with that. That's a good
your
word.
sexual okayness. I think that comes with either like your level of confidence and your level of I gotta say this envy, or are you secure in yourself? Like me and my wife can have a conversation of past partners, what we done, all the stuff we done, stuff we like, because I'm confident enough to know I'm that
You
dude.
good.
Yeah.
I'm straight, bro.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
And I like this.
Yeah.
And I could see her sexual partners and be like,
Right.
what up, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Because guess what?
Because I'm me.
I got this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that confidence
That thing you think
and
you
that
did.
and I should say I'm not in like I'm not jealous of nothing. Like it takes a lot for me to be jealous. Like so
Yeah,
you can talk about I don't care. Like I also live.
And a lot of
I've
people
had
really have
moments.
problems with that shit.
I've had a moment. Let me not say moments because that makes it seem like I had it.
It's continuous.
But yeah,
I mean, it's been 17 years.
yeah, I've had a moment
Mhm.
where I've been to a level like, look, mother.
Yeah, don't disrespect me.
Yeah. But that's because we weren't in a good place. So if we weren't in a good place at the time, anything is gonna make
Of
you.
course.
Yeah.
So that's where that comes from.
He gets jealous of my business. He be like, look, you
Yeah,
that's too much time
that's
over there.
All this goddamn money.
Hey, it
got to
ain't
go.
even about the money.
I know.
It's about
Yeah.
the hey.
You got a
I'm
husband
over
at
you.
home.
You got a whole nother income right here, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, he would be like, look, I'm
Hey, we were in counseling and I was like, this motherfucker work too much.
That's real.
Like, and it was
real.
100. Like,
Yeah.
That is
like,
100, bro.
That's
real.
hey, and I'm like, I love her enough to we in the tent in the backyard. This is what we living, this is what we gotta sleep.
Yes.
Then we good.
Yes.
That money ain't changing my happiness.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you being worn down and not having time and energy for me,
Yeah.
it don't matter.
It don't matter. That's true.
No matter how much money. See,
Hey, look. We not co-signing.
maybe
We
that's
just
extreme. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You gotta let people know. You gotta take it to infinity and beyond for some people to understand sometimes.
I got you, but
And that's just like and the person said, like you may like feet. You may not like feet.
Right.
But it may turn her on. Exactly.
Exactly.
I don't like
you
feet.
ain't gotta put them in your mouth.
That's
You
what I'm
just
saying.
might need to, like what you say, grab the
just-
soap and rub them up.
And just rub them out. That's it.
Like,
And you should be, and you know, I don't like feet. And if I get all the lotion that I put on latex gloves to rub your feet still got rubbed.
It got rubbed.
Yeah.
That is
Hey,
not
That's
okay.
a start. That's a start. That's a
My
start.
wife does not like my feet
I don't.
I have that
at all.
too.
But
I don't.
she would put on like these
That's okay.
exfoliating gloves,
See,
Yes.
make it look
Yeah.
cute.
Make it look
and
like
she'll knock them out. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
man, thank you. I appreciate
make,
Make it look cute. Don't do the vinyl rubber latex gloves.
It's a-
They got
it's a-
some
it's a-
massaging things, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
get
it.
those.
You made it look like
There
you
you
was in
go.
stirrups.
it's,
Pretty
There
it
you
up.
go.
Pretty
Yeah,
it up a
that's
little.
horrible.
They got 'em.
Don't make it look like.
That's
there's
horrible.
more than one way to skin a cat.
Absolutely.
I mean,
It
good
works.
Lord.
Hey, I go barehanded, babe.
Yeah.
He said,
He went barehanded before,
He did.
all through balls of your feet.
Hey, got another one. Somebody said I just realized after 10 years of being my wife that I could do things alone. And you do need to do things alone sometimes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
But this is not a habit. This is not
Yeah.
the way your marriage works.
Mhm.
Like everybody go hang with the girls for a little while, but
Yeah.
Don't be disrespectful about that.
don't be disrespectful about the hours.
And we do that. Like
Yeah.
we encourage each other, but we find out that that's just not what we want to do. Because we'd be like, I tell him, go hit the stage. Like I know he loves comedy.
Yeah.
Go hit the stage. And sometimes, like he'll go hit the stage, and I'm like thinking I'm about to have me some me time, and he hit the stage and he back home.
I'm back home.
And I'm like, so sometimes that's all it takes. Like get them out for a little bit, have their time. You have your time.
And that's like me. We had, like fellas gonna be mad when they hear this. But sometimes we go out, fellas, and we hanging out and we doing something, And after a little while, I'm like,
Yes.
like, y'all not
Ready.
doing nothing for me. I'm
Yeah.
going home with something soft is.
Yeah.
And it don't,
Right.
and it's nothing personal with it.
them.
Cool.
There's nothing personal with the
let's
men.
really have the conversation. Conversation is we out. Your goal is to hit something. Nigga, my shit is at home.
Trying to go home.
I got some.
And it ain't, and even with that, even with for the one, because I know somebody might be, oh, that's what this is. No, that's not what we're saying.
They might not like what, like they might
They
need
might not
away time
like
from the house.
They might not like their house.
Yeah.
Which is different.
And then some of them are single.
And then you
I
have,
have single
yeah.
friends too.
So, and my thing is, okay, I like the fellowship, fellas, because we talk about some stuff that needs to be talked about as men. We need to sit down as men, have mental health moments. Like, bro, how you doing?
Yeah.
How you feeling
That's
mentally?
good.
How at home?
Right.
You know what I'm
How's it
saying?
going?
Have some drink, laugh, talk about this, that, and the third.
That's needed. Absolutely.
But in most cases, at some point, we go back to talking about the wives in the midst of that.
Yep.
And at that point, it's like,
Hey,
okay,
bro.
I don't need to. I don't need to.
They
talk
know
about
not to
how
bring.
much-
They know not to bring that
Let
up
me
with you.
get-
Go. I'll be like, I'm happy, bro.
I'm going home.
I can't give you nothing.
And it ain't even about the ones who it's like they're good and they still be like, well, my wife and we do this and we do okay, that's cool, man. Okay, peace. I can go home now.
I can go home.
You see, because we've got to that point in the
like
party,
it
it's like,
switched.
okay, let's go.
See now with that, like I've figured out like with my friends when they are discussing either their spouses or their wives, like I'm noticing like they say it's sexual, but then it's an underlying problem under that. It's just that the sex is the one thing that
That's
you
holding
can
it together.
that he's complaining about, but it's another issue.
Yeah.
Right.
And I like to break that down. I was like, so she not sleeping with you? And it was like, man, she ain't doing it. I was like, what are you not doing?
Yeah, because it's always
Basically.
it's always something.
Yeah.
Either you, her, or somebody's not recognizing
Something
They
else.
slipping.
They slipping
Yeah.
the shortfall. Like even in the comedy special last night we listening to, like I don't like married. This is one of the complaints, one of the things that before you got married, you used to always hear when you get married, the head and the sex go away.
Yeah, I've heard.
And I'm like, I hear men complain about not getting head, and I'm
And
like,
married.
We at the grown folks section of the show, everybody.
It's
Bruh.
always yeah.
Sorry. Or
Like-
not sorry, but you know.
like
Yeah.
That would be a deal breaker for me. I
that
don't
is
know.
like
It's a deal breaker.
at that point either.
We gotta
Like,
talk.
we need to have a talk.
We gotta have a talk.
Are my nuts dirty? Like what? We need to have a
Yeah,
talk.
it's
Like
a deep talk now.
what's
We're gonna
going
need counseling. We're gonna need a third party
What's up?
for some help.
And if that is the case, don't be brutal. Say, come on, baby, let's go get the shower together.
Yeah.
Yeah, do
Yeah,
something.
like
we need
yes.
we need to talk this out because
Yeah.
something's wrong.
Wash them yourself.
It's,
Like, hey,
Do it yourself. I mean, that's sensual.
that is true.
That is sensual.
You
You
can
know,
shower,
we
brother.
need to learn the difference between sensual and sexual.
Yes.
Ooh, that's
good.
That is
deep.
that is for
And we're
real.
not talking about the letters. Talking about
Right.
the definition
Like
The
seriously, the
definitions.
definition, the difference between sensual and
sex.
sexual. Everything that's sensual is not sexual, but for real,
Yeah.
it can go there.
There.
You know, if you're doing it right. The
Mhm.
sensual things you do definitely can get sexual, but you got to know the difference because everything, literally, if I was to pull up my text, y'all would probably laugh. But I told him, this is me talking to him, saying, I think we need to figure out how to be a little bit more romantic because we come at each other kind of rough. Like
I love that it's mutual.
it is
I
mutual.
love it. I love it.
It
Like,
is
look,
mutual.
we got a problem.
We got to do better with the way we do,
we got-
with the way we
we
do each
Skid
other.
Row
We
in
got
it.
to-
We had she texted me that and I was like,
I was- I-
hey, I understand. I feel this very way. I'm not complaining at your aggression, but I feel like we need to kind of
Cause
be a little more mushy.
like literally, y'all.
Soft.
And
Yeah.
not to be TMI, but TMI. Let's put the disclaimer up there.
Yeah.
So the thing is that literally, okay, I had surgery. I'm
Mhm.
not sure if you all are aware of that, but March 5th.
Oh wow.
So 12 weeks,
No.
nothing. You can't do nothing. 12 weeks. We made it to 10. We
I
made it
don't,
to
I don't even
10.
know if I would
Yeah,
have made it to 10. I'm gonna be honest.
We made it to 10.
Oh, bro, it was a struggle. We tried it. We had all kinds of we
We
had
made
all
the
kinds of
team.
plans, and we
was trying.
we
was trying.
We got creative.
We got real
Okay.
creative.
We got
good.
creative.
Gotcha.
Hell,
Okay.
So, but since that time, since we were able to get back in the game, we have not been ain't sensual nothing.
At all.
Not sensual.
No way.
Like, look here, bro.
Treating it like breaks. Hey, I'm about to put these pads on.
Like, come here. Let me tell you.
Your ass into the room.
What's going on? He'd
Take
be out
that
here
off.
sitting
Take
on
that
the
off.
sofa,
Get down.
and I'd be like, hey,
Literally.
Oh wow.
like,
I'll be out here watching TV, watching the game, just doing something, watching YouTube, and she'll walk through the door and be like, "Hey, nothing on. Hey, get in here."
God dang.
And I'm like,
That's a
and
stereo.
you know what I do?
What?
You
Yeah.
gotta
Hey,
go.
look, sometimes, yeah, look, I gotta do what I gotta do.
I mean, it's like this. It's literally, I feel like, I gave you the code words.
I feel
So,
you. And
did
sometimes
you-
we
did
don't
you
read
not
it. We
catch
don't read. Yeah.
I was in the kitchen. I was cooking. I washed dishes. I said, hey, I'm going to get in the shower. That was the code word. You ain't
Yeah,
catch
we
it.
didn't
Like,
get that.
I was trying to tell you.
He's
And
still in the
like,
he's still in the 10 he's still in the 10, 12 weeks.
you got to get in the shower.
It
What you
take
mean?
a while to get back to normal.
Yeah, I
like,
feel
get balance back.
Hey, because you had already programmed it.
It's like, listen,
Yeah, I
sir.
ain't trying
Hey,
to-
I said,
Man,
I
I'm
said
going
I'm
in the
going to
shower.
get in the shower.
some-
And you know
some
what? In
prayer
saying that,
and
even
supplication.
in that, as women, I think we can just say now, like, because they want to hear that. Like, I want you.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And-
right.
And that was the
I-
thing. The problem was, or is, we
Currently.
we fixing it currently.
Yeah.
I texted last week.
Oh wow.
we
So
were-
yeah, this is
Oh,
current.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is fresh.
current. This is
Oh,
right
wow.
now.
Okay.
So now listen, I sent a text. The woman in the marriage sent the text to her husband to say, okay. And I say that because we women have issues bringing it up,
Yeah.
addressing the issue,
Yes.
you know, and we just expect them to read, you know.
Yes.
To know.
Yeah, this is not when you read a room. Like
You
Yeah.
right.
this is not the time to read the room. This is not the situation.
This
Yeah,
needs
this
to be
ain't what it
direct.
is.
This
Yeah.
needs to be a
Yeah.
direct conversation.
It needs
Right.
to be
Hey,
straight up.
this joke is about you. This is not about the room.
This is about
I'm
you.
talking about you.
I mean, literally messaged him because I realized it's been like, ooh, you have been really
It's been rough.
Like,
It's
yeah.
been
you have not been doing like I was almost the dude.
Like I'm in TMI. Yeah, the
Yeah.
CB TMI, and I don't care.
I be trying to
Like
hold my
literally,
hands up.
I'm in the bed. Like I'm like bed rolled over. I'm thinking she's asleep.
Mhm.
So you know, grab me by my shoulder, like aggressively, just turn me over. Like, come on, where we going?
What?
No,
I gotta put shoes
come
on?
on. I'm like, do I need to put my clothes on? Like something going wrong? And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh
You
dang.
went through all of that just to come on.
Yeah, I had to figure out all of that.
Where we
Like,
going?
Bro,
where we going?
I know it.
Right here. What do you mean? What is wrong? What's wrong with you?
You gotta understand, like sometimes like we are in like to be honest, like I have to be in a like I can always turn it on, but I'm in a mode sometimes. Like so as in like if I'm in father mode, I'm making sure kids straight. Or if I'm in work and I'm here and she be like this here. Come to the I was like, yeah, but 3 of them need homework and I ain't doing this after. You know what I'm saying? Like but and then she be like, hey, she's way better now of making me focus like, hey, focus. That's
Right.
what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay. Let me finish this. And then I get
Let
in.
me get to a stopping point.
Yeah.
I'm about to
But
bring
to
this a close.
even like piggyback off what y'all were talking about, we do need to hear that you want us.
Yeah.
Even that aggressively. Because we don't hear it. You know how y'all get hollered at all day? We get talked about being hollered at all day.
Yeah.
Because girls don't tell us.
Yeah.
We just hear through the grapevine, girl.
So and
We
so.
got to figure it out through 9 people. You know they was talking about you. When?
Right. Who?
You know dudes go through a full day without being told you look good or
Anything.
the whole, like sometimes weeks.
Well,
You
you know
smell
what? I've
nice.
been labeled as being flirtatious.
Yeah, she's yeah,
For how?
just in general,
I compliment people.
like everybody.
That women,
Women,
men,
men.
babies, it don't matter.
If you look
The
good, you
dog,
look good.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just who I am. But people have labeled me as being
The trees.
flirtatious. You know what I'm saying?
Trees.
We were leaving on our way out for the weekend. We stopped in Gonzales and we stopped and we ate.
Mm.
And a young guy was coming through the door. And my husband behind me now. So whatever. Young guy coming through the door, and I'm like, "Oh, your eyes are so pretty." And I kept walking. But you know, people may think like, "Oh, that was disrespectful for you to
Dude,
say
I'm
that
not-
in front of your
No, that-
husband. Why would
I'm
you
not-
tell that
I'm not
man his
uncomfortable
eyes was
like
pretty
that.
in front of your husband? Because his eyes was pretty.
I come right behind you, like, bro, your eyes are beautiful.
And then you really threw him off.
Yeah, like,
You
oh,
really
so y'all
threw
in
him
it?
off.
Nah, man, I'm just telling you,
Just
your
let
eyes,
you know.
your eyes are capital.
It's like
People have a problem with that.
Yeah.
And if you're like, let me not tell anybody else how to be comfortable in their relationship.
That's absolutely true.
But at some point, you have to become so close as friends. It's almost like when we're hanging out. It's my boy, girl, but it's my white boy.
Yeah,
like,
it's
whatever
my
word
dog.
you want, it's my dog.
Yeah.
Like so, babe, she fine. Like it took me a while because she'll be like, there was this lady.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was fine. I thought she was fine all 100 times we've seen,
Mhm.
but I would never say that.
All right.
Oh, publicly, personally.
Yeah.
And my wife said, she is fine. I'm looking like, oh, okay, you said it.
You
so
said
now
it.
I can
Now I can agree.
I can agree
I can agree.
that I wasn't going to
Yes.
say it. And she had to let me, it's okay. You're married, not dead.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people
You tell
because
people all the
like
time, man.
we're the same way. Like my husband, he likes ass, like
Straight up.
he does. So I'm not like I'm
I'm an
not green to the fact he's a man. So if he sees a woman, she may catch his attention because she has a big ass, but that's not saying he want her or he want.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna act on
Like
it.
I'm just not gonna be green to the fact of, and the
Right.
same thing. Like I see a nice statue man dressed nice, I be like, man, he look good.
Yeah.
He don't be offended.
I'll be like,
by
man,
that.
he is nice.
And
Look
but
at it.
people have to learn to stop being offended by that.
Yeah,
I know.
be
That's an
comfortable with
insecurity.
Those
yourself.
are insecurities.
Yes, that's
That's
what it is.
An
It's a
uncomfortableness
reflection of
about yourself.
yourself.
It's a reflection
Yeah.
of yourself because it's self-esteem.
Yeah.
So it's a reflection of you. When you throw these things off into your mate, your spouse, whoever it is,
Mm.
the relationship, these are reflections of you. You need to look within yourself and be like, okay, do I have a problem with myself? And whatever this is, that I'm reflecting this on the person I'm with.
Absolutely.
Because 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. The more secure and confident you are, the less things like that bother you.
Absolutely.
And you know how you can become more secure in yourself?
Hmm.
Open your mouth and tell your spouse or mate, because everybody ain't.
That's true.
But tell your mate what's going on with you. Because the thing that you think that they may have a problem with, they probably don't even care. And you
Bruh.
just,
Bro.
you know, you
are
just,
speaking
said
a word
it.
right
You
there.
said it.
I
was
keep
like
listening.
that.
I tell my friends, they laugh at me all the time. Because I keep talking about my boob fund. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Because I have 3 birthed children
Yeah.
Yep.
that were nursed.
Oh.
You feeling me?
Yeah.
Are you feeling me?
Yeah.
So I have a boob fund. And when it reaches its full capacity,
Boobs are being done.
I don't want nothing extra. I just want the ones I got to go back from
What it was. Yeah, I got you.
You
I
You
got you.
understand what I'm
It's
saying?
not like
That's
you're
how
going
I
extra.
feel about the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now him over here, he's like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? There ain't nothing wrong with you.
When I roll over, and you roll over, they drop just to the right mouth level. I ain't got to lift my neck or head.
That's what I'm talking about.
They right where they need to be.
That's the only person you need to be
They
worried
right
about.
where they need to be. I ain't even got
And
to
he's
work.
satisfied.
Hey, and I told I can be honest. She had one too. She had me thinking, and I said, babe, do you know what you look like to me? Now, I told her, I said, if you getting this for you.
And
all
that's
I
what I
keep saying.
said. And when
It's
she
for
said
you.
that,
So don't be asking me how I look, because I don't care.
Right.
You were perfect before you went.
Before you did.
yeah. So
And I told her that too. I was like, because you can be like, is this
So
thing?
whatever you
It's on
do.
you, baby.
whatever you do is
I'm here pre-titty.
Do you think
Pre-titty, you was dope. So you gonna have to deal with that.
I just,
we have a friend. Every time she say that, he was like, What's wrong with you, man? I just Howard. Speaking of the devil,
Don't
he
do
left
that.
in the comments.
Tell everybody who it is.
It don't matter. He said you be tripping.
Anyway, we
Well,
know
that's-
what we feeling when we're undressed, you know?
Right.
So we know that we may have something that makes us feel a little some type of way, and that may roll over into the bedroom. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Yeah.
So if you have those issues like that, open up and talk about it, because the thing that you may feel very insecure about may light up his life.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That might be the thing he loves.
he might love it. You know, the stretch marks and all these
All that.
different things, you know, stop, you know.
Tiger stripes.
That's
Love
what we
it.
call it, tiger stripes.
I don't. Hey, I got an issue with just fake anything.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me.
It's big.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I just do. I just had like, if you got that, like I'm turned off already. Like
But
you
do
have
you?
no.
It look nice.
Hey,
from
look,
a distance.
you look perfect on pictures.
Yeah.
You do. Like, I'm just. That's just me though.
being
Off the
real.
rails.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Before we go there,
Yeah.
off the rails.
I'm
That's
bad.
it.
This is
I'm
my
coming
thing.
back.
No, this is me. I'm about to go off.
Oh,
Wait,
oh,
I knew it was
This
coming.
is
That's
me.
why.
When you said that,
yeah.
my new, I said on the show before, I think I'm a body shamer.
Really?
I don't know if there's a body shamers anonymous I need to go to and say the pledge, and my name is Kanisha. No, sorry, I think I'm a body shamer. But speaking of bodies,
Mhm.
and you know the new body pieces that people get.
Body pieces. Thank you for that. Keep going.
These new booties and the old legs.
Woo!
Oh,
Yeah.
They not getting them
It's-
together.
Yeah, that's all I say is they just need to match.
See, there we go. Y'all, this
Y'all.
is why I love this couple.
These
They
people
understand
love
this,
you how
yeah.
you are. I'm telling you.
Like new booty old legs, like
Yeah.
And I'm just
looking
gonna be real.
a deer,
I'm telling
a
you,
new baby,
looking
deer.
like a capital P. Like
Oh,
y'all don't understand. Sometimes it looks like that.
The-
It
It's
does
like,
look like a capital
I was like, you look like you ain't never did a squat in your life.
Ever.
Listen, the new booty and the old legs. Ladies, y'all ain't got to change yourself like that. These men,
Man.
they don't care. Like, they are not
Yeah.
checking for all of that.
And
That is
they
you
actually,
keeping up with you.
I hear a lot of more men nowadays
Complain.
do not like that.
It's
Yeah.
a self-esteem issue with
Yeah.
these
They
ladies.
complaining, and you
Yeah.
spending a lot of money to turn somebody off.
It's also the media and the
Yeah.
housewives shows and all this foolishness trying to tell you what
Don't
beauty
they-
is.
Don't they all look alike though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go if
Nobody-
you go
Everybody's
out
starting
and you
to
go
look
club, you be
alike.
like, look at everybody.
Everybody.
Every single person.
Looking like y'all look.
That's everybody,
looking
like-
y'all looking. That's
Ain't no individual out there. It's like y'all got
And
the
that's
same
not
outfit.
fun.
Huh?
That is not fun.
That's not good.
fun.
And it's crazy because I've told my wife this before. Like, there's like natural bodies I'm attracted to, but just when you're a woman who just looks like you just completely confident in who you are.
Yeah, that's sexy too.
Last show, I got a Lizzo crush fetish on Lizzo because Lizzo is comfortable with
Yes.
being Lizzo.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna tell Lizzo she's not fine, she's not beautiful, she's
And I
not
love that.
any
She
of
go
this.
in.
I
Yeah.
love that.
And I'm like, yeah.
That's
So
yeah.
Yeah. So you
just
get
because
That's sexy.
that is
Yes.
sexy.
Yes.
And some women have to learn to understand. Now let's not be arrogant in it. But confidence is beautiful.
it is.
Arrogance is another thing.
Yeah.
But being confident is a beautiful thing.
I agree with that.
You know? And you don't like black women are just beautiful naturally. Like, you don't have to work at this.
I know.
You don't have to work at
I
this.
know.
So beautiful to hear.
But
So
look, and I
don't
ain't it
fight
like-
it.
I don't
Just
know.
live it and be confident.
When did you know she like? I know you saw her out, but I told my wife she was beautiful when I saw her at home. I was like, "Ooh, you look good."
I think we ain't told this story on here, have we? On the pod. First time I met her, this is how we met. One of my friends, God rest his soul, she used to work in a salon across the way from his barbershop. And I don't remember him saying something about her and being pretty and all this. And she walks in the barbershop and I'm sitting there and looked down at her feet. Like, man, her feet ain't that pretty.
That's what you said,
That's
bro.
the first thing. That's the first thing.
Out his mouth.
All right, that's fantastic.
And guess what? I get him.
Wow.
Ooh, I couldn't stand it.
And like, he just bust all that.
Right.
And so maybe probably months later, Months later, we standing outside. One of her friends, she takes credit. She says she's the reason why we together. Anyway,
She probably is.
and we standing outside randomly, no reason. I ain't said nothing about this woman. I ain't had no conversation about this woman. We talking about something totally random. She walks up, and her friend just say, "Tell Corey you ain't his type." Where that come from?
Wow. Really?
He ain't your type. Like, where that come from?
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm not talking about her. Would you just randomly throw me under the bus? And she say, no, he's not. I'm what?
Oh, for real?
Did you
excuse me, say what?
Did you say I'm not your who? Like, I'm everybody's type.
Yeah.
So that is how we started. Like, literally, we had a conversation
It's
about that.
y'all started battling.
I got her phone number. I called her probably 3 weeks after I got the number. Just randomly. We talked for like 15 minutes.
That's it.
That was it. We talked for 15 minutes. Like, okay. Oh.
I can tell y'all both was Jesus Christ.
Okay. And we hung up. She had the 2 kids at that time. Yeah, 2 kids. I didn't believe it was her kids. That's what her brother and little sister started lying.
Hysterical, bro.
Because she looks so young.
Yeah.
And these are girls, stop playing.
Yeah.
They got time for these childish games.
you can stop playing.
You
You hold them on your taxes. Okay, I get
You're
it.
running me off. You trying to run me
You
off?
trying to run me off?
You think you're trying to run me off because you saying you got kids?
I got kids too.
Yeah.
So I had moved out with the girl I was staying with at the time. Moved back to my mom's house. So I'm standing on the corner by my mom's house. We just hanging talking. And she comes out in her car, flying, shooting. And I see her. Like, damn, she's pretty. That was the day. This might be her first time in it. And I'm like, she just zoomed by, barely see it. But I saw her in the car. No, she was going the opposite way because she was on my side.
Yeah.
And I guess she slowed down enough not to run over us standing in the road.
Basically.
And I was like, damn, she is pretty. And I was like, oh, that's old girl. I got her number. So I pick up the phone and I call her.
And I was.
She had to move. She wasn't even living there no more.
Dang.
I called her mama. Her brother answered the phone and say, oh, she don't live here no more, bro. Just like that. Like, dang. He said, well, I got a number, other number if you want to talk to.
Dang, your brother gave it up.
Oh, yeah.
Bruh, that don't happen at all.
Sold me out.
So he gave me the number. I called her.
Your brother sold you.
Sold me out.
I called her. She's like, who is this? We literally had to re-explain who the hell we were to each other.
I didn't.
Oh, that's a good wraparound.
I just moved from my mama's house. So who has my number? Like, who is this?
Like, she literally had just moved like 3 blocks from my mama's house.
Wow.
And who had your new number? Corey.
Think
about it, and then y'all reintroduced, like y'all started
we basically
again.
Reintroduced ourselves because both of us were in different spaces at this time than where we were
When y'all first met.
when we first met. It had only been maybe 6 months, a year from in the time.
Yeah.
In that zone, but we were both in totally different spaces than we were
When the barbershop at the
barbershop.
That's crazy.
Good stand.
But still, that makes sense.
She's
like
abstinent. She's abstinent. I'm tired of this life.
like
I'm tired of.
done.
I'm tired of out Monday through Sunday. So I'm kind of transitioning.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't really ready to be in a full-time relationship and married. So that's another thing, guys. Be ready. Know that you know that you know. But my thing was when we first got I know she's who I want married.
Right.
I may not be ready to get married,
But I know I want to marry.
I know I won't marry her, and I'm not finna let her go.
Yeah.
So that was our turmoil early on.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So say that to say this: like people never you never know what attracts you to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was not only that she was pretty, like you said, that was the moment that I realized she just passed by. You know, I don't call her kids, just her kids just passed by.
Yeah.
Oh, that's old girl. I mean, so that's when I knew. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it took me a while to realize, like, hey, she's kind of cool too.
Right.
But I think it was the beauty, the independence, and the confidence that when she first met me, to walk up and say, no, he ain't my type.
No, he ain't my type.
Like,
Yeah,
no,
roll
he ain't
off.
my type. Like,
And now in the building,
like nothing.
like no,
Like,
he ain't
no.
my type.
like my words literally were, no, you're not my type. I ain't say you ugly. I just say you ain't my type. And went on inside. You know?
Hey, you gotta understand my confidence that they probably would did 1,000. So you hit me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, our confidence got to be at 1,000 to take stuff like that.
I mean, they asked me.
You want me to not answer?
Right.
Just
you
out of
asked me. Who told you to ask me?
Well, I'm glad, man.
So it just happened that way. But it's the stuff that we don't know that they like
Yes.
that we actually try to change, you know?
Yeah.
And we trying to tell you I don't. Like, but she had, like, I had to start discussing that with her. Like, what turns me on.
I have to have those
Like, you
conversations.
have to talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, she knows what hair I like.
Yeah.
The style.
Styles.
Mhm.
Everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to start doing my own I should say taking notes and be like, all right, she likes this. She likes when
This
I dress
cologne,
like this. This cologne.
Mhm.
She makes comments on this. And be like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
Those
just
are
dress me.
yeah, like just go to the store. Cause I don't shop.
Yeah,
She know that. I wear the same black shirt and black joggers every day.
Yeah.
If I could, I would.
I have a pair of joggers right now that she hates to see me put on.
Cause you know what that means when them joggers come on. Yeah, I'm relaxed.
It's old.
Two.
Yeah,
And I would wear them anywhere and not care.
come on, bruh.
The bleach fell on them.
Hey,
Stop
so
wearing them. Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna throw them things.
Until
gonna
you
come
buy
on,
me
they
some
gonna be
more.
gone.
these gonna be
These
it,
are- These are my comfort level.
bruh. I don't buy
Throw my
no
joggers
clothes.
away.
Is not something that I should say triggers me to be like, oh, I can't.
Yeah.
But the bleach,
It's still my
You
favorite
waste that
pants.
bleach, babe.
I did, and I told you I was gonna get some more, and you was like, I'm gonna still wear them.
Did you
I'm
waste
like,
bleach on them on purpose?
No, because they were bad at the time.
Oh, they were
are
already bad.
now.
No, they weren't. They weren't
They
wrong
weren't even
with
that
them.
old.
Oh
They
wow.
weren't
But
old.
I
She
just
wasted
wasted them
them.
accidentally.
Oh
But
man.
he's still wearing them.
Hey, they're my favorite joggers.
They
But
probably
he goes
still.
out of the house and
Okay,
Well.
I got nothing for that.
I know. I
I got
he
nothing.
came to my job and
I ain't-
Oh wow, I got
Oh.
nothing.
I'm
I got
married.
super nothing. I feel you. Who am I? I told her, bruh.
no,
What?
no,
Who am
don't
I
back off
trying to
now.
be?
You fix
Cool.
this.
Who am I
You
trying to
can,
impress?
she
Mhm.
seen me do this. I went to the cologne counter and the lady was sprayed and give it to me. I was like, why are you giving that to me?
He sure did.
I don't have to smell it.
Right.
She does. Could you please let her smell it? I don't care what I smell like, as long as she like it. See, dude, like this. All right, this is a joke, but it's real. Dudes who smell their own cologne and like to smell good for themselves.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's good. But I only got to smell good for one person.
Yeah.
If she like funk, I'll be funky.
I mean,
That's
that's
true.
That's
what it's about.
that's Chris.
That's
That is
strong shade.
that is a Chris Rock joke. Like real talk. Chris Rock was like, if we could fuck a girl in a cardboard box, then that's what you would see dudes going out to get.
Yeah.
Buying cardboard boxes.
Yes, that's the reason why we go to get houses and condos and
Yeah.
apartments and cars, because y'all want to live in that. Like, that's the reason. If it was
Like I
cardboard
said,
boxes, I'd be out there mother cutting
Otherwise,
cardboard
if she
boxes,
wanted- if she-
putting windows and
Inside.
things. Like
If
this.
she wants to live in a tent, we're investing in tents.
She
Tents.
already said she knows.
Yeah, I know she does not. She ain't going
Oh,
outside.
you just-
She's allergic to the world.
I feel
So yeah, we're not going outside.
I go out there though. We go smoke our little hookah and sit out there and chill for a minute.
Until the
and
buzz
then-
get real.
And then it's like, okay,
I ain't had enough.
I'm out.
Inside.
Did you start sneezing?
Yeah.
She starts sneezing, we coming inside.
What is that?
No.
We are all off the
We are
rails.
all
I love
off
it.
the
I don't
rails.
care.
Sorry, everybody.
And that's it. That's like every episode. We're on Spotify now, people. The very first episode is on Spotify. Problem is, if you missed it, go grab it, pass it for perfect on Spotify.
Mm.
My issue is, I used to want to edit everything, the audio and all this, all the off the rails and all that. And I was like,
No. Wow, that's the
That's
best time.
the
It
purpose.
takes a long, it's a
Yeah.
lot of footage there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I realize people listen to anything.
Yeah.
So why take it away? Why take the realness
Yeah,
away?
and you'll
Trying
be
to
surprised what you taking away that's needed.
right. So I
Yeah.
was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, like
I'm like, whatever happened, the first episode I loaded with us talking in the beginning. Hold up, what happened? The video's not showing. All this out there. Just y'all enjoy it. Y'all know
that
yeah.
Y'all know it's real.
You know it's the
We
first
went to that
episode.
too.
Yeah, it's real.
Do we have any comments?
Oh, questions. We went off. We
Way
went
off.
off.
Hey, look, it's all
What's
good.
timing?
Toys.
We always
How-
be over on time.
Always.
Always. Question. Toys. The question was, he's intimidated by them,
Mm-hmm.
but I enjoy it. What do we do?
Why is he intimidated? by
Why
that?
is he intimidated?
That's always my question. And this is my answer, fellas. You may not like it, but it's real. We're not gonna always be this what's the word? Viral.
Yeah.
Forever. We're humans. Either we're gonna have to start taking something, changing the way we eat, exercise,
Lifestyle,
all that.
yeah.
Lifestyles. Like this, it only has so many of them in it. Naturally. So
That's true.
whatever you can
Don't
use.
say that, because men having babies still 70-something years
They
old.
are having,
Hey,
but
they
the
are.
equipment might not be working all the time.
Yeah. It
You
may
feel
be, they might get a
Look.
good shot in.
Yeah, your baby there,
It don't
but
take
did
but
you
one
enjoy
shot.
getting that baby? That's the question. That's what we talking about. Did you enjoy getting that baby?
It don't take but one shot.
Yeah.
Only one of us have to get there.
Yes.
I ain't gonna know what you're talking
You don't need but one
All
strong
right.
swimmer to
Sound
get
like
somebody
Eminem.
ready.
about. Okay, go back. I'm sorry. Go back. Yeah, go back where you came from. All right.
But the body gives out, basically.
Basically, at some point, even if it's don't give out, you're tired.
Yeah.
We can't. Like I'm not. I tell you, I have some friends, a group chat that we in, and that they brag about still having hours of sleep. Like, why? Why
I'm
we
sorry,
having sex
I'm
for
sorry.
hours? I said when I was 20, I wasn't having sex for hours. Like, what is wrong with y'all? This shit is not good. Like, you can no knock, no offense to nobody else, but ladies, I'm not doing it. So
I don't want it.
my thing is, anything you can do to help. Like, don't be offended by it. Don't be offended by the toys. Don't be like I bought them. She hasn't bought one to this house, not a one. Every toy we have, it was me.
You bringing utensils,
I'm
baby.
bringing utensils. I'm bringing assistance.
Hey, look, I don't mind. Like, I'm not intimidated by toys. I invite them.
Yes.
It eases what you got to do, bro.
And
Like-
when I say that, like whoever asked that question, like when I said like why is he like intimidated? Like what I mean by that is like talking about why is he intimidated by him, because and her or the partner letting them know like why you want this.
Yeah.
Like this, I want to use this because this does this.
Right.
To me, it's not to say, because sometimes men may feel just that sometimes
I
it's
should be
not
enough.
or insecurity, like
So-
you pulling this out, so that conversation
Needs
needs
to be had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Open
And on top
conversations.
of that, let's do it this way. We're gonna try to, I don't want to say wrap it up, but we're gonna try to go through these things and give a good best practice.
Okay.
We can
Best
try that.
practice,
We're
I
gonna
like
try
that.
to give a best
Yeah.
practice.
All right.
Based on our experiences working for us. Can't say it's gonna work for you. We just gonna give you a little something, So I'm gonna start with this one for the person that is dealing with the man who may not quite, like the toys.
Mm-hmm.
So what may need to happen, I'm going to say, is you all choose a toy that works for both of you.
Mm.
There are toys that satisfy just a woman, but there are toys that go for both. So maybe you need to pick something that, or not maybe, pick something.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That is going to satisfy you both. There are I don't want to be Adam and Eve over here, Candy Coated Nights, or whomever else y'all can go to with these things. But
Yeah.
they have these things, these rabbits.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
They got one something on the top, one something on the bottom.
Yeah.
Go get you something
Dolphins.
like that. dolphins, rabbits, all the animals. Get them things.
All the animals.
You know,
And they're gonna come out with the tiger. Like it's gonna be
it's
something.
something. I mean, chase a bullet.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bullet is like the
It's-
beginner.
it is-
That's
it
the
is-
get a
it is
beginning
about
something. Don't
pleasing
listen.
your partner. And if you have a problem, y'all need to discuss it. Like you need to talk about it. Like
And men don't shut her down because she wants to do the toy. Compromise. But like I say, find something
a happy
that you
medium.
both can enjoy. And then the other stuff may be,
Mhm.
See,
gradually entered in.
I believe that this is another idea that I think you should do. There's some nights that I just dedicate to pleasing her. I don't need anything.
Yeah.
I don't literally whatever. I'm just doing you.
Give them the formula, Howard.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk that
And when
talk.
it's like that, like you go
Talk
in,
your shit.
you don't go in to receive it. You go in just to give, and literally just to give. Now with a toy, that comes very easy. Pun intended. Pun intended.
Almost easy.
You don't even have to do much.
Nothing.
And literally, like when you walk, and I honestly believe and some men are intimidated by women that masturbate too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's weird, but just try just pleasing her. Like don't even get undressed.
Yeah.
You don't have to get undressed. She can be.
It's
You don't need that
Yeah,
toy.
something inside of you ought to get real
I'm
happy
just-
because she's real happy.
I'm
Thank
just that's I guess you can say that I'm a natural pleaser, especially when it comes to sex. So it really at that point it's like you good, I'm good. She'll get mad at me because she'll be in, and I just roll over. She say, what you doing? I'm like, you good?
Yeah,
I'm straight.
like I'm
You
good.
being good, I'm good. But then she goes into no, that's not how this works.
That's not how this about to go. I know.
But
I'll say, to wrap it up, talking about it, not just talking about the toys, but have a conversation about what it is, like a free space. Again, I say about what it is you like period, sexually.
I
Tell
like this
me
thing
what
because
you like. Yeah.
You know what they
If you
really
like
scared
toys,
of?
if
Yeah.
you just
They
let's
scared
say
to
you have
show
a certain
porn to each other.
fetish.
Have you ever showed
Yeah.
your girl porn? Like, this is what I
Yeah.
want to do.
yeah,
not being afraid
Look,
to just talk about what it is
just
you
show the
want,
picture like
what
that's
you
what I
like.
want.
yes.
You know what? I'm glad you said that
Mhm.
because there are a lot of women who get mad at men for watching porn.
Are you gonna do it? Because that'll make them stop.
I was about to say.
I don't even think the porn is the fantasy of it all.
That's all.
Yeah.
Like it's
Ain't nobody watching
that
it
is
to be
not
that
realistic.
at all.
You're not gonna the UPS man is not gonna knock at the door, and she's not coming to the door.
I'm here to drop off a
package. I'm here to drop out a package, and you running in,
Stupid.
and the next thing you know, y'all on the couch.
No, it's not.
That's not how it happens. That's not realistic. So stop. And I had this conversation too. Porn has given men an unrealistic expectation
Of the bedroom.
and
Yes.
idea of what the bedroom is.
Yes.
Right? We're
Absolutely.
not gonna get into my personal feelings, but that is
That's a
the
whole
issue.
nother.
Unless you are someone, male or female, who needs the porn to even get turned. Like you've done too much porn at that point.
Yeah, that's too much right there.
You got to delve into it just to be able to get where you need to be. Yeah, you need a AA meeting. You need a sex A meeting, or
See, like,
however it goes.
He said my porn has turned into our porn. As in, like, I watch videos of my wife.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Hello.
Hello.
Excuse me.
I'm a warrior. I'm a picture taker, video.
Now, you need to do this on a contraption that is not connected to the internet. You feel what I'm saying? But
just know it's dope.
just know it's like you don't have to watch you can have your own.
Yeah.
Because
Make
guess
your
what?
own.
I'm actually watching something I can have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
it's so
Yeah.
dope when you can see that.
And
Like,
it
you know
is.
what? I'm gonna try that again.
Yeah, tonight. You know we did in March.
March 17th, 2019,
8:11
at
p.m.
8:11.
We was
So you
doing
remember
this at
that?
8:11.
Yeah.
Where was the chair?
The problem with her is She's not gonna look at it.
Right.
I can't even show it to her. She'd be like, "See me."
I don't wanna see you.
Shoot,
Why
get
y'all
that.
see you?
I don't want to see me. I'm like, okay.
I look fantastic.
Oh.
I don't want to see me.
Get that.
I used to be
fantastic.
like that, but now I be like, damn, that's me.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. I'd be like,
I know
absolutely.
what it is. It's just like
Absolutely you.
listening back to yourself. I can't.
Yeah, absolutely. It's okay.
She's working on
Yeah.
I know. And that's all we saying.
Yeah.
Just work
it. It's
on it.
like work on it. Keep going.
Working on
Yeah.
it.
Don't
man.
don't
Keep
don't
going.
allow yourself, male, female, whatever, to get caught up in your own thoughts and then inhibit the progress.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in your own discomfort
Mm.
and then inhibit what could be really that could progress your relationship forward. If you just simply say, this is what it is, and I don't know how, why, or what, but this is what it is, and then y'all figure it out together, because you're inhibiting what could really work. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
That's
Some stuff
true.
that could really, really work. It don't make sense to do that.
And
Like
a
the
lot of-
toys can work
Yeah.
if you figure that out. Figure it out together.
Yes.
Don't just be like, well, look here.
I know.
Look here.
That's what we used to
I
know.
like this right here. This thing. I like this
one.
one.
Walk in the room
Like,
saying,
he
this
is
what
not
we
gonna be
know.
like,
Throw that bitch on the
be
bed.
like, throw that on the trash. What is wrong with that? Like,
I'm sorry. This is
you
therapy.
have to compromise. You got
Because
to
I
be
know
with
it's a
baby
girl out there
steps.
doing it.
Yeah.
You walk in. This is what I like.
Right.
Throw that bitch at the headboard.
Just
Dude.
slam this.
God,
It's heavy.
Why I got two ends?
Like, this is not. Wait a minute.
Like, don't,
Nah, man.
you got to compromise.
A little bit.
Okay, please.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
there,
a
if you
little.
like the toys, that's fine. That's fine.
You don't have to use.
There's
them
a lot of
every
different
time.
ones. Find
Yes.
one that both of
It's
you
a
can
lot of
enjoy.
different lubes.
Yeah, it's 1,000 things. Sex sales people, and they make a lot of money off of it.
And sex sells because it helps relationships.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like, the whole point of this podcast tonight is,
We just
how can we help you get to a healthy place sexually in your
In your
relationship?
relationship.
You can't have a relationship that's not healthy sexually,
Thank you.
and then call it a healthy relationship.
Thank you.
That does not go together.
Yeah.
So our tidbit for that person was that. So now let's help the other person who said what? What was the other thing we had?
Y'all, we just giving real advice.
It just-
Y'all know we always get late, but
I'm trying to remember what else we were asked.
we did.
Okay, the time.
Time.
Was that not a thing?
Like time, like the time to do it,
Or just how to make time?
make time.
Because let's go back to these stats. Them 54 times a year.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the stats we started off with. How give us something for the people at home. They may not know what to do, or they may feel like they figured they did all they know to do. You know, what can we suggest to try this? You know,
I say it's gonna sound crazy, but like I don't want to say schedule it, but like my wife used to have to like, hey, you booked on this day, and I was like, what? And like, you booked, and I was like, booked for what? And she was like, for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I like because you be going so fast or so much because you're trying to handle the things that makes her comfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You working this hard or you grinding this hard to give her the things or to make sure that either your family, like what the stuff that puts less stress on her head so she can be available,
Right.
but you also have to be available.
Yeah.
Right.
And stop letting things, once again, stop letting things outweigh the personal connections. And that's what we do. We let money,
Yeah.
homes, cars, making sure
Yeah.
we have all these beautiful 19 when the basis of life is relationships, connections.
Mhm.
That's the most important thing you're going to have in life.
Mm.
So, until you understand it and realize that's prime, just like your relationship with God is a great connection. That relationship shows you how important relationships
Yes,
are.
absolutely.
Because of that relationship, it feeds into every other relationship you have.
Absolutely.
So that lets you know how important relationship is. So grasp that in fact with your spouse, with your friends, families, all different types of relationships. We focusing on the marital part of it right now, but it's important.
Yes.
Like realize, make your personal connections and relationships more important than anything else. Everything else fall in place.
You got one?
Just that just meet each other like mentally, like in a equal mental space, to be open to not just give but receive. So that, like when you were talking about like the time, like for women, even though y'all are doing all these things and trying to make sure everything is taken care of, and then it comes down to sometimes the grunt. Okay, all right, now that's all that's taken care of. Now I need to be taken care of. Let's go. Let's do this. Right. But for women, we do need to be primed. Like, and once we're primed, like when primed, sometimes I mean primed, like knowing that the house is secure, the bills are paid, the kids are fine. Like that eases us in order to ease our mind and to prepare our bodies to
be had.
To give to y'all. So
I got you.
I'm going to say, for me, I think we did this a couple times, and we probably need to go back to it. You try to do things and you get away from it, But first of all, consistency. Ooh. When you pick something and you say the two of you sit down and you talk about it, you pick it out and then be consistent about it. But I would say try to, when you go into your room at night, kill the phone. And depending on the type of couple you are, possibly kill the TV and leave the lights on. Because that is going to make you talk.
Yes.
The communication, like y'all got to like each other.
Yeah.
That's the key. That's the key.
I don't want to have sex with somebody I don't like.
Come on now.
And the thing with that, piggybacking off that, find something that both of you like together and enjoy it together.
Yes.
Make it a habit. We old, and I'm
not accepting that.
I'm just.
We getting old. We're getting older.
Yeah, we're mature.
Ain't nothing good without no seasoning. I don't care what the fuck.
We're mature. So our thing is like phones down, and we in here watching Family Feud, and we laughing and joking and having a Family Feud competition between the two of us. Like at night, like as I told y'all, I was right. As the answer. And it's just communicating, play dominoes against each other in the bed.
I like that.
Like we're in the bed, right next to each other, playing dominoes against each other. And talking in the chat.
Trash.
Talking
in
trash
the chat. And y'all
right next to each other.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a level that we ain't even met. That's amazing. That's
because
funny.
It's funny, but it's just a different way. It's like
I love it, bro.
I'm reaching out, like we.
And that's cool because it's different. Like y'all know how to find other ways. Like who would have thought sitting next to each other and
playing a game against each other
and
talking mess in the chat.
Talking mess in the chat.
And
we're right next,
killing it,
turning over, literally turned over back to back.
How can you not just say 15? Like I would have to say it out loud.
I be sitting there on the phone, and then he go to the drawing like.
10.
Right. And the crazy thing is, I turn my media off so she can't hear my domino when I be having to draw and everything. I don't even want to know she got me right now. God damn it.
That's so good.
I turn the sound up. I want you to hit a chime.
But you have to do those type of things.
Yes,
like
I agree.
People say that's not connecting. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, it is. Yeah. It's just a deeper level. It's different for everybody.
Yeah. Because you know what happens after I beat him? I'll be like, come
on.
Oh,
come on.
Yeah.
You might give me tomorrow, but not tonight. You lost.
And then she rub her head the wrong way, and then it's sexual.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then it's sexual.
That's how it turns.
It happens that way. So
yeah,
I like all of that though.
Yes.
I like all of
that. Good thing. So continue to date.
Yes, that's a great.
Continue to date.
We still do that.
Date night. Saturday.
All the weekend. We just had whole day weekend.
We started Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Got to. Like,
I also, this is weird, but working with my wife is a turn on too. like as in like when we do our show, like that, like to see her in production mode or getting stuff together, I was like, ooh
Because
wee.
that's what you do.
Yeah.
I'd be
that's
like,
what
ooh
you do.
wee.
Yeah,
Look at her.
it's not even man. That date night on purpose is
Ooh
a
wee.
big,
That's a
big
big
deal.
Yeah.
On purpose,
Yeah.
like on purpose. Schedule your dates. Like schedule your
Tell
dates.
your kids you are
Yeah.
not available.
Yeah.
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 Tell them I'm sorry you're orphans for just a little while.
You gotta
We
put
love
a
y'all.
do not
We be back.
disturb on your stuff.
Yeah.
Like, do not
Like
disturb.
seriously, you have to take
You
time
have
for
to
each other.
separate
How you
yourself
gonna
away
be,
from others.
you know, with the sex and
Together,
then
yeah.
y'all can't
Yeah.
square out no time.
Exactly.
Oh, back. I had another comment. I know we're going on, y'all. This we gonna
Sorry,
wrap it up.
we'll break
after
it
this.
up.
You're right.
These people got children at home. We hold them
Yeah, we
hostage.
holding them hostage. Just had a son graduate. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I know we still on that high.
And they
too.
still high. I'm just
Yeah.
watching
I saw it
the
pictures a week ago.
and everything. I'm
Today
just watching the,
today
everything.
Girl, I'm so
The Time
proud.
magazine. I'm just get it. Celebrate.
Yes.
Celebrate. Shut.
That's how we do. We celebrate everything.
Everything's a win.
Everything.
My daughter
Everything's
just
a win.
texted me that she died. That's what she said. Because she always say that. So when we don't answer our phone, she be like, we could be dying. So she just texted me.
I'm dying.
Y'all, apologize. Man, answer your phone.
That's how it
And
goes.
respond to your child. Oh, but we done went off the rails right before the question. I forgot the question. What I was about to say. What we was talking about. That somebody said.
It's in the thing.
I gotta find it out. Oh, about not when the other person doesn't want to try anything new, not change, not making change, not making changes. And
I'm gonna let you start with that one first. I gotta think.
it still comes back to talking and
And
communication.
Yeah,
It still comes back to
You
that.
got
You
nothing
still
I got something on that
have
one.
to reach.
You're going to have to change.
You're gonna have to change it.
Yeah.
And there's no.
Yeah.
You're going to have to change. You're gonna have to try some things.
Yeah.
Sex. That's where I was when I came up.
Mm-hmm.
Sex in relationships is about experimentation.
Always.
It's about doing something new because no matter how good it feels, it's the same person over and over.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything that becomes repetitive can become boring and mundane, and it becomes a chore. It becomes a habit.
Yeah, habit.
It becomes a habit.
What's the word? Routine.
A routine. And you have to change the routine.
Sexual routine.
It's like, okay.
Thank you.
It's like, okay, I know we're having sex on Wednesdays because we always have sex on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So now you're just expecting sex on Wednesday.
Wednesday
It's
is
hump
sex
day.
day.
Wednesday is sex day.
Mm.
So you have to change. You have to experiment. You have to try new things.
Yeah, you got to. Like that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Like
That's the only reason.
And you have to be
like,
spontaneous.
Yes. That's how your
Sex
relationship
and spontaneous both start with S for a reason.
Really?
They go
That's
together.
what we doing. Let other people answer the question. That was enough from you. Which one of y'all want to go next? And see this right here.
Hey, look, I just say you got to change. You have to. Like, let's just be honest. Like, end with this. No relationship has ever worked when one person stayed the same.
Does not happen.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Everybody changes. You got to give in order to, and like y'all gonna meet each other halfway.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna like, I'm like this, and if you don't want, then you got to roll. That person gonna roll, and he gonna get with another person, and then that person gonna roll. And like, you got to understand, you gonna have to give. So you gonna have to change.
Bitterness kicks in, and then you just
Yeah.
mess up all your relationships after that.
Exactly.
You're bitter because you chose not to change.
What I have to say is check yourself first. Like, why are you not willing to change?
Ooh.
Like, check you.
I like that.
Yeah.
And for the person that's not changing, if you're the person on here that's wanting things to progress, and then the person who's not changed, like cut this snippet out and then email it to them or text it to them or something. Like screen record this section.
Screen record this section.
And send it out.
Screen record it.
Because
Thank you.
sometimes people need to hear like you screwing up.
Oh,
Like
I
and
got
they need
you.
to hear from somebody other than the person they with.
I got you. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So we give you permission
Third party
to infringe right now. Screen record this section right here,
Mhm.
and then send it out. You know, send the link to so we can at least get the click on YouTube. But screen record this part and send it because you cannot remain the same
Yeah.
doing the same
Same
old
thing.
thing
Over and
all
over
the
again.
time, especially not sexually.
Expecting a different result.
Yeah,
That's
you
You are
should be
insane.
evolving.
Insanity.
Your relationship
You have-
should be evolving.
Everybody, we get
All the
older.
time.
First of all, if you're getting older and not changing, you're still foolish.
Yeah.
That means you're still childish because you're not growing up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is
I'm at the
nowhere
point of
to be.
smell to turn me on. Like, do you understand that level?
What it was?
Like her smell. Like if
The
I smell her, I'm like, ooh,
yeah.
wait.
Oh,
My wife is
Wait.
close.
oh,
Yeah.
she hates this.
What?
She hates this. I just lean on her and just smell
Yep.
it. Like,
I do it
and she's like, "What are you doing?"
right in between your ear and your neck.
Because he
Yep.
be all up your armpits. I'm
Yeah.
like,
All on the thigh, all on the side, just
Jeez.
smelling.
Look.
You smell like love.
Yeah.
Like-
Ooh, you smell good. You on stink.
Same
got the
way.
joke. Did you just joke?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it
Jesus Christ, you
gets
smell.
the spirit another
I
time.
mean, listen, look. Come on. Come on.
This made me want to go out on y'all patio, sit and just chill and watch.
That
this.
rain? Yeah.
Oh, that's
we welcome to do
Yes,
that.
indeed, it's stormy.
Maybe we can hook up with whenever, you know.
Yeah, don't y'all.
Hook
Y'all-
up with the hookah. Y'all,
y'all
y'all,
need
that ain't
that.
for y'all, but, you know, I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is this right here. If your job never gave you an increase on pay,
What you gonna do? You out of there.
First of all, that's a dope, great analogy, sir. It's a great analogy.
if
That's
you've been
perfect.
working somewhere a year and then merit increase or whatever that foolishness is they like to say,
Okay.
at least the 3%. Can I at least get 3%? Can you change at least 3% in
you
your
just-
marriage sexually?
You just solidified my premise.
I'm just trying to say
Because that's where we learn how to deal with bad relationships is jobs.
at the job.
Yeah.
That's how you stay in a bad relationship. If you stayed at a bad job that didn't appreciate you, you're going to stay in a bad relationship longer than you're supposed to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's just real.
Now that'll
Because your tolerance level,
Yes.
Damn, that's good.
You
That's
learn
good.
to tolerate
foolishness.
Foolishness and not get
and
what
not
you
respect.
deserve.
Not respect, not get what you deserve. And ladies,
Let me tell you.
that's why you're sexually frustrated. Because you
To bring it all home.
to bring it home.
To bring it home.
Because you've learned to tolerate things from men.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be it, you know,
Disrespect or
brother, sister, brother, cousin, father,
father,
whoever.
uncle, whatever.
All
You've
play a part.
learned to tolerate and accept things less than you deserve, that you need, you want, and it rolls over into your relationship.
Yes.
Mm.
And some I said this last week, prepping for this week. There's a lot of women that have daddy issues and a lot of men that have
Mama.
mama issues. And when I say daddy and mama issues, it's more like male-female issues.
Yeah.
With the men or women in their lives, the way they've treated them, the way they've showed them how to be a man or a woman.
Yep.
And it's affecting their relationships.
Ooh, wee.
All relationships.
Yes.
And until you fix those things, you can't fix the other stuff.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
recognize those things. And stop thinking that you know what all women and what all men would do in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because believe me, you don't.
You don't.
You don't even know what you going to do in these situations
Yeah. and-
until you go through them.
Yeah. Most men would love to have. You don't know what
You don't
most
know.
men
You
would
don't
love.
know.
You don't know that. Stop
You don't know
that
what Bill
bullshit.
Gates like.
Right.
His wife don't even know
His
what he
wife
like.
don't
That's why
even-
he
I
need a divorce.
He said, you don't know what Jeff Bezos doing at the house.
You know?
And
Why?
we had to learn to stop saying it. I had to learn to stop. Like, some people will be happy to have. And like, people will say, I know y'all hear this. Oh, I wish we had what y'all had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
And I'd be like,
But you don't know.
yeah.
You don't want to know.
You don't know this story.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't
And
know.
a lot
what
of
you
people ain't
did.
willing to do what we did
What we did to get
Yeah.
to
here.
be here.
Yes, we
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
We slept on
swallowing pride and
Yeah, we slept on air mattresses. We've gone to counseling.
Come on now.
And we've been to the point of, look, bro,
Yeah.
this ain't
What,
working.
this ain't
Yeah,
working,
get
bro.
out the escape plan.
Yeah.
Let's start putting together our statement. We've gone so far. It's like, look, this how we going. This we were almost to the point of you gonna have the kids. This like
Jesus
We
Christ.
had gotten to the point where we were like, hey,
Kids get out of school on this day. We need to move during the summer before school start back up.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
like,
Y'all
we're gonna
scheduled.
move.
Y'all
We're
playing.
gonna move when school's over with. So look, if we need to move somewhere, if we need to move in the same city, to make sure we don't disrupt the child,
then that's so be it. Then we got to figure it out.
But we can't stay together.
Wow, y'all got to that part.
We got to the point where we got there, and then we're like, okay, let's start.
Yeah.
We're gonna start from the beginning. Hi, my name is Corey, and you are.
And I was in a relationship before then. It didn't work out.
Right.
That's a good one.
And we're gonna,
and I really think this one is gonna work out.
I think this is gonna work this time.
Yeah.
And for the person.
But look, if you're not willing to change, you just busted it.
And that's for the person who said,
"Thank you."
What do you do? What do you do when you've been separated and you trying to get back together? That's what you do.
Start over.
You start over.
Yeah.
Like
y'all ain't been together no years. This is new.
This is new. Y'all two
brand new.
Yes.
And that's the way you need to. And that's the way you need to approach.
Trying to have sex with you, look, nigga. I don't sleep with people on the first date. I don't know you like that.
Already.
And that's how you gotta stand.
She pulled that. That means mental health is even more crucial.
Right. Don't do that to
and
me.
then,
I don't know
then tell
like
you to go
that.
run the water. Go run the water for the tub.
Oh God!
Right, I don't want to miss
we
this
all
rain
set
either,
of
man.
silly people. I'm sorry.
I don't want to miss this rain. Y'all close up.
We
Y'all
done.
yeah.
We done. We love y'all.
We
And
love y'all,
I
man.
appreciate the
Thank y'all for
patio.
having
y'all
us.
for
Thank
having
y'all for
us.
coming.
Thank
Yeah,
y'all for
we
hanging
appreciate
out.
it.
We got
I enjoyed it. I
some
had
people
fun.
that don't live here in the house. I'm
Yes.
appreciative of that. I'm telling you.
Some outsiders.
Listen, we got company. Ain't that some
Yes.
stuff?
Beautiful.
So I hope we were able to give you all a
So,
little.
We did. We gave you 2 hours worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better learn something.
We're going to chop this up. We got 2 whole shows out of this one.
Right.
day.
Actually, y'all should do a part 1, part 2.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
They're gonna
break
have
this.
to. Gonna have
Yeah.
to break them up.
Break it up.
Something. But hopefully, like, open your mind first. Open your heart next. You know?
Yeah.
You got to do that to stay in a relationship. You got to open your heart. You got to open your mind. You got to stop thinking about I. I don't like, I don't want, I can't do. Because the moment you entered a committed relationship, I fell off.
Mm-hmm.
No more eyes.
You
No
know,
more
it's the I fell off. Maybe we all need to get some shirts. That ought to be our new couples ministry. I fell off.
I fell off.
I fell off.
I like
It's we.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Us.
We
we're
now.
gonna put the I in quotations.
Yeah.
I fell off.
Yeah.
I'm married.
Look at that. We came up with something. Black
I'm
man,
trying to tell
little spirit.
Yes.
Listen, it you got to let I go for us.
Yeah.
Us and we. Us and we.
That's how we talk.
We us.
Yes.
That's who we is. We is us.
Umbrella.
For real. Because your discomfort with something is important, and it is, we can't, knock and take away for what somebody is uncomfortable with. But growth is necessary to survive in a relationship.
And there it is.
It is necessary. So hopefully we've given you all some trinkets and some nuggets and some gems along the way with this whole 2 hours worth. And
So,
that y'all can take
And we
something
already
away.
knew it was going long. When
Yeah.
I knew the two of them was coming. Y'all should have known.
I thought we was gonna make it.
We,
I did.
I knew we weren't gonna make it.
I thought we was gonna make it. I was really wanting to send y'all home on time.
No, we
I
knew
knew
it.
it wasn't.
I
Yeah.
knew
My
it.
wife said before we left,
Yeah.
we're gonna be over there a while.
Yes, I knew.
Hey,
It'd be good stuff.
yeah,
It is.
y'all catch us on Spotify, Passing for Perfect,
Yes.
on
YouTube.
YouTube, Facebook. You can catch them on
Patio pull up
Patio
on
Pull Up
Facebook,
on
Instagram. Yeah.
So hopefully we can get them back because y'all know we try to get this going and we won't go over the next time. We're gonna get a less controversial. No, we're gonna get a controversial topic. That's what we're gonna do.
Difference is that
yeah.
we're gonna invite them to the patio.
Yes,
That's what's gonna happen.
That's next.
that's what's up.
We'll go to the patio next.
Boom.
Right? And that's a
And
wrap.
then we going to our patio. To go
Yeah.
We're
hang
going
out.
out patio right now.
We
Y'all
love
enjoy
y'all.
y'all.
Y'all be
eat.
good,
Love
man.
Y'all be good.
Send us some questions
blessed.
if y'all need to have some
Oh,
real direct
if you
answers.
need direct answers, you can message us on Facebook. You can hit us at passingforperfect@gmail.com. We'll answer your questions as best we know. It's gonna be a real answer. It's not gonna be.
Be mad at us for
It's not gonna be those people clinical answers. It's gonna be a real answer.
Hey, and if you want to ask us questions, ask them. They're gonna give it to us.